welcome back to my channel. So today's makeup tutorial is just a Makeup Geek tutorial, and I will be completely honest with you guys. The reason I decided to do this video was after watching Marlena's video talking about the beauty community, where she's been, why they haven't been releasing new products recently, and so on and so forth. And it took me back to that video that I did a couple of months ago, titled something along the lines of brands I no longer buy from anymore, and Makeup Geek was one of those brands. And I did give my reasons for it as well. They were not negative reasons per se, and I stated very clearly that Makeup Geek is an excellent brand and whatnot. It's just because of the fact that they haven't been coming out with new products recently. And the thing is, I suppose one of the things that some of you guys don't realise is that when you have got a beauty YouTube channel, people are generally always more interested in hearing about the latest products, the most in-trend products, the things that are brand new so that they can be the first to own it, and so on and so forth. And that is just the way that consumerism works. We live in a very fast-paced world nowadays, where everything is just now. Something that was brand new a week ago is now old hat and out of date. And when it comes to the beauty community and beauty products and brands as well, the same applies. But it did make me sad to hear some of the comments that she had to say, and it kind of spurred me on to create a makeup tutorial based around Makeup Geek, because I am guilty, as I've just said to you guys, that the videos that I create, I'm always using the latest products, the newest products. And sometimes I am guilty of not using or not mentioning the fact that I do actually still use other older products. It's just that because on screen everybody wants to see something which is brand new, and that is why I don't tend to use them that much. Now, I love Makeup Geek's brands. Their eyeshadows are excellent. Why haven't I bought a Makeup Geek eyeshadow in so long? Because I own almost all of them. Now, the makeup tutorial that I did, I used some products that you can still get, most of them you can, and a few that you haven't. I love Makeup Geek so much that even some of the products that I've used in this tutorial were limited edition, and I went out of my way to get them, and you can't even buy them anymore. One example of something that I have continuously loved is the Makeup Geek Kathleenlights Highlighter Palette. It is so used. I love it to bits. I actually, before I saw Marlena's video, I had been to Amsterdam for a couple of days. I took this with me. If you saw my vlog, you would see that I actually do use Makeup Geek products as well. It's just something that I don't mention so much because of the reasons I've already stated. So I thought, you know what, let me do a video for you, Marlena. Let me show you how much we love your products, and we cannot wait for new products to come out, just so that you know that you have my support, you have so many other people's support as well. It's not always about what is the latest brand out there. Latest thing does not necessarily mean the best thing. Things that are tried and tested, staples if anything in my makeup collection, a lot of them are Makeup Geek. I've literally got about 50-60 eyeshadows, no lie. I love their brand. Anyway, so this is the makeup look that I created. Any other products that I used were not Makeup Geek. I haven't shown, for example, when I came on camera, I already did my foundation, my concealer, powder, eyebrows, and I have just kept it to Makeup Geek products for the video, for the reasons I've already mentioned. So that would be the eyeshadows, contour, blush, highlight, as well as lipstick. Anything else is not Makeup Geek. My Lisa Simpson tie-dye t-shirt is from the ASOS Simpsons collection, as well as my Lisa cut-out earrings. How cool are they, guys? How cool. They're also from ASOS. And that's it. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Like, comment, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you all soon. Bye. Hello. So first off, I am going to be using the shade called I'm Peachless, and I am applying this to my brow bone as a brow bone highlight. So just apply this quite liberally, as I like to have a whopping bright highlight. I forgot to apply my eyeshadow base, so I applied it afterwards just to the lid, because that's generally the area you need to cover the most, because that's where most oil production happens on your eyes. I'm using the Louise base in the shade Rumour, followed by the shade called Sorbet, and I'm applying it all over the base just to smooth it all out, not going up into the brow bone highlight. Then I'm using the shade called Tuscan Sun, and I'm going backwards and forwards in the crease using a Morphe M330 brush. That's the same brush I used to apply the base shade, and I have gone in twice to deepen up this shade. Next, I'm using the shade called Simply Marlena, which is obviously named after Marlena. the creator of Makeup Geek. I'm going into the outer V using a Zoeva 228 Luxe crease brush, just dragging in the shade to kind of smoke it out. Then using the same Morphe brush with no extra product just to blend around the edges so that there are no harsh lines. Going back in with a little bit more Simply Marlena just to bring back a little bit of that colour that may have got blended out. The next shade I'm going to be using is called Cherry Cola, which is a burgundy shade, and I am using a Morphe E17 brush to go directly into the outer V to deepen it up, to smoke it up, but I'm not obviously going in too much, and then using the same Zoeva brush with no extra product to blend out any harsh lines. Then back in with a bit more Cherry Cola to deepen it. Then I'm using the shade called Karma, which is such a pretty colour, oh my god. And I am going all over the lid using a Royal and Langnickel Eye Fluff brush. And just blending that in, building up the colour, not going above the crease and just going into the edge shades and then just blending it out with the E17 brush. Then the next shade I'm using is called Anarchy. I'm going into the lower lash line using a Royal and Langnickel pencil brush, just going backwards and forwards, building up that shade to kind of complement the shades which are above. Then I am using my Rimmel Scandaleyes Kohl Kajal, which you guys know is my ride or die everyday Kohl Kajal, which I tend to use to line my waterline. Then the next shade I'm using is called Sugar Rush, which is a pigment. I think this might have been limited edition, and I'm applying it to the tear duct using a MAC 219 pencil brush. It's such a pretty shade. Then I'm using the NYC liquid liner, as I always do, to create a slight wing, and this is just kind of my staple, which I do with every single eye look. I feel weird without it. Then I'm using the NYX Worth the Hype mascara to prep my eyelashes before I apply my falsies, which today I'm using the House of Lashes iconic Lite lashes, which are so pretty. They were brand new, so this is just how I trimmed them. So exciting. Put on a little bit of lash glue. I use the dark duo glue. I don't like to use the clear one. I like the dark one. And then I'm just placing it in the area right in the middle of my eyes using a tweezer, and then just pushing it into place so that it's stuck. Then I'm using the Maybelline Push Up Angel mascara, which I always use for my lower lash line, as it's got a very long and tapered brush and you don't get any of that mess you get with fatter brushes. Now that the eyes are done, moving on to the face. Using Makeup Geek's Bad Habit Contour, I am contouring my face using the Sigma Large Angled Contour F40 brush to create some depth and dimension to my face, to make it a bit more shapely, because obviously it's gone all flat just from having one shade of foundation. Going in underneath the chin and the jawline to again create depth and dimension. And then I am using a Morphe G17 brush to contour my nose so that it looks, well, different. Then I'm using the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Setting Powder in the shade Blondie. And I am using a contour brush by Morphe just to chisel out those areas to make it a lot more neater, a lot more tidier, so that everything looks uniform. Then I am brushing it all off using a Real Techniques contour brush. Now that you can see everything has gone into place, and I'm just getting rid of any harsh lines that may have occurred. The blush I'm using is called Hanky Panky, also by Makeup Geek, and I am using a Morphe M403 blush brush to apply it to the backs of my cheeks. Never apply it to the apples because I've got quite a round face. Then I'm using one of my favourite highlighting palettes, which is the Makeup Geek Kathleenlights Palette, and I'm using the shade called Starlight and a Morphe M310 fan brush to apply it to my cheekbones. Look at how intense that is. It almost looks wet. This is one of the reasons why this highlighting palette and Makeup Geek's highlighters in general are so amazing. Look how intense they are. They're just gorgeous. And then to finish off the look, I'm using one of the Makeup Geek Plush matte lipsticks in the shade Cougar, which is such an amazing bright fuchsia shade. I love how comfortable these liquid lipsticks are. They never fully dry down, so they always stay really comfortable feeling, and they still look matte and the colour looks intense. And that's it for my look. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all soon. Bye!